like a boss.
Now, one of the reasons why it's difficult to deal with when guys ghost is because some guys are just awesome and hard to forget. Some guys are just fucking cool, you know? And because of that, it's not that you have low self-esteem, but that sometimes the guys are really fucking cool. So it's okay to admit that they were nice, you know? But the issue is that our emotions tend to cloud our perceptions, and we don't know if they actually were that nice, or if our minds are just convoluting our perception in order to create an illusion of them being greater than they really are, right? Now, the thing is that when guys ghost, that's actually good for you. Why? Because when guys ghost, that means they just stop talking to you instantly. That's the best way to deal with it. The best way to kill someone is to do it quickly and swiftly. The best way to break up with someone is to do it quickly and swiftly. You see, the long drawn out breakups are just a sign of insecurity on your part because you're afraid to hurt their feelings. You know? So how do you deal with it? The first thing is to realize that there is a superficial social standards placed upon you by society that we all perpetuate by living up based on those standards. What do I mean by that? People's value right now are based on things, not on pure essence, but on things that are malleable and ephemeral in nature, that easily change from one second to the other. And that's where the source of most people's unhappiness is the realization, the unconscious realization that this will not last, that your looks will not last. But the problem is that your self-esteem is based on the looks, on your looks, all right? So because of that, you feel what? A pain inside. You feel there's a gap inside your heart. Because you're being judged by your looks. You're not enough. You're never enough because you keep seeing things that are better than you around you, right? Now, we're going to get to a point, so just listen to me. Listen to me for a while, okay? So, because of that, it's hard when you see a guy that's beautiful, you know? It's hard to let go of him because you say to yourself, if I'm with him, it means that I finally made it. You see, that's the unconscious realization that most women have. Because their value is based on the type of men they can get, which is also a cause and effect as a result of the looks that you have. Depending on what you are in the looks wise, that's the kind of guy you're gonna get. You see? So that's why a lot of women go for guys that are rich, not because they like them, but because knowing that a rich guy likes them makes them feel better. Makes them feel better than the other woman, right? All based on comparisons and differences. So you see this kind of phenomenon in clubs. There's no better way to show this phenomenon than in a bar setting, because that's where I mostly do most of my teaching. So if you walk into a nightclub, you're gonna notice that notice the difference in how they treat hot women versus the girls that are not that hot. There's a huge difference, and that's a perfect example of how women are treated and how they feel. They see that beautiful women are treated better, and they see that girls are not as beautiful are not treated better. You see it perfectly on social media, like on Instagrams and the likes. You see? So your value in this society is based on something that you're going to lose. And so that's why a lot of women have this deep obsession with their looks, because they know that's how they're judged. And so the indicator of how good looking they are is based on the type of guys they could get. That's why it's hard to let go of certain guys, because some guys are just fucking awesome. Alright? So for example, like this happens with me. People don't judge you and don't treat you because of who you are. People judge you and treat you based on the superficial social standards. People may not know who I am and what I do, but as soon as they know that I know how to talk to girls, that I teach pickup, suddenly people treat me a lot differently. Superficially. It's not based on who I am, the essence of who I am, the presence, the emptiness, but it's based on something that's malleable, that's going to change, which means that at any second you can hate me. Alright? So that's why a lot of women find it difficult to let go of certain guys. I call this one-itis. Like one-itis, like when you're just stuck on one guy. Alright? So what's one-itis? One-itis is the ego not accepting that someone doesn't think that you're enough. Especially when they treat you better than anyone else has ever treated you. You buy into it because you are fulfilling a childhood fantasy of wanting to find approval. Especially in men. Alright? And so the key to the pain, the key to the pain is needing validation. You see, that we all just need validation. That's why when men ghost, it's very difficult to deal with that, because it tells you that you're not as attractive. Because of that, you feel a pain, and this pain drives you to what? To get validation. The deeper you get into it, the more validation you try to get, because you see an inevitable end. Because of your age, you know that at a certain point in time in your life you're gonna stop being good looking. right? Validation is like counterfeit money. It gets cashed, but it cannot be converted. So we want something that's not real, that's fake in essence. So our obsession to get validated, our obsession becomes like, our obsession becomes getting validated. We become obsessed with validation and accepted through relationships. So when a guy ghosts, they take that validation. You see? And the thing is that we feel what? Scarcity. We feel like there's not that many guys that fulfill us. He's the special one. And so because he's the special one, you know what happens? It creates scarcity. And scarcity what breeds obsession. Scarcity causes our emotions for one person to become almost exaggerated. We create a fantasy. And that's how I teach women to seduce men. But this is what happens when a guy goes, and this is why the preemptive breakup and giving a guy space actually works, because of these same reasons. So sometimes getting with someone who's, and the thing is that when you meet that special guy, that guy that's like awesome and special, even getting a guy that's out of your league, it's horrible for your self-esteem. I swear to God, getting someone who's out of your league is the most horrible thing that can happen to you. Why? Because, for example, let me give you a story of this one guy. There's one guy, I'm gonna give you a story. He was a college, he went to high school, and he was a nerd. Nobody knew who he was. He was a silent boy, you know, an invisible boy. And suddenly, the hottest girl in school started dating him. The hottest girl in school wanted to meet him, right? And because of that, suddenly he became famous. Suddenly everybody wanted to be around him. Suddenly every girl liked him. Suddenly everyone was cool with him. He got new friends because of her friends, alright? And he created an identity and he loved it. You know, he started acting more attractively because he started noticing that women wanted him. And at the end of the school year, he was a completely different guy from who he was. You see? And so he reveled in the validation. And so it made him behave differently. But this is the problem. One day she broke up with him. And when she broke up with him, all of his fantasies, all of the aspiration to become this person who he finally became, came crashing down. And so you know what happened? Now he'll never find another girl better looking than him because she was out of his league. It was just pure luck. But guess what? It fucked him up. Now he knows he's not going to find a better girl than her. So what happens? He's going to become obsessed. He's going to want her more. And this kid went into depression. And found it took years to get over that girl. A blessing became a curse in this instinct. And that's why it's very difficult. You see? And so the key to letting go is this. Realize that this is all a Cinderella story. And I'm going to tell you, after this, I'm going to tell you what you could do when guys pull away. But realize that this is all a Cinderella story. We all want the Cinderella story, which is finding the perfect guy, but nobody wants to go 10 years into the future and see what happens with that Cinderella story. The truth is that men and women pull away. The truth is that in that Cinderella story, you're going to see that they break up one day. That they let go of each other one day. You have to go into the relationships and interactions that you have with men with freedom of attachment, freedom of outcome. You cannot, because when you're looking for the soulmate, what happens? I'm looking for a soulmate, so you're gonna if you find a guy that you feel like, oh, finally he's my dream man. When you find that dream guy, what's gonna happen? You're gonna go on overload. You're gonna be like, I need to keep him, I need to keep him, I need to keep him. Why? Because scarcity breeds what? Obsession. So realize that the pain that's driving your desire for the person is not your desire for them like actual love. It's the pain that's driving your desire, your lack of self-esteem. And so that causes men to actually pull away even more because they feel a neediness. You don't notice it. You don't notice it. You don't notice it because your ego won't let you see that. So the thing is, yeah, you have to have sources of happiness, or else it's going to be very hard to let go of them. Because it's not that you want him. It's not what you want the guy. It's that you want the emotion. It's similar to being hungry. When you're hungry, when you're very hungry, which is, in this case, needy, which is seeking validation because you never got it, or trying to find the dream guy that you have in your fantasies, or trying to find the relationship that you always wanted, the stability, because you don't like feeling unstable, which is the same thing as trying to find validation. By being that hungry, you're in a way when you're hungry, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. When you're hungry and you see food, that's all you focus on. That's all you focus on. Food, 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 food. And so you'll take anything, any food, I'll eat anything because I'm that hungry. So when you're obsessed with someone, when you're needy, any guy, doesn't matter who they are, if they meet some needing you, you're gonna become obsessed with them. You'll take anything. It's not that you want love, you just want satisfaction. You just don't want to feel how you feel right now. All right, ladies, so finally, I have released my second course for women, which is Natural Chemistry. This course is a 5-week course. 5-week course where every week you're gonna get a new set of videos based on specific issues. This course is all about how to create and maintain the attraction in any man. This will help you create love. This will help you deepen the love with your man. This is not about manipulation. This is not about playing games. This is genuine natural chemistry. No more short-term partners, no more being fooled. Why? Because I will reveal to you not only how to create attraction in the first week, but also how to understand male nature, how to understand their tricks, how to prevent from being too attached, signs that he's the wrong guy, signs that he's a narcissist, signs that he's a mama's boy, signs that he's an emotionally available guy, emotionally unavailable guy. We go over everything. We go over this 3rd week, setting boundaries. We go over the 3rd week, controlling your emotions, right? Setting boundaries, 4th week, 5th week, embracing your masculine and the feminine, right? And on top of that, I have over 10 different bonuses. 10 different bonuses, my Lord have mercy, right? With a money back guarantee. The bonus are 1, the natural chemistry, over 10 hours of content, right? The breakup formula, how to deal with a breakup, right? The connecting with your man, right? Establishing a life of abundance, social mastery, understanding your dark side, the goal setting seminar, which is about how to set and achieve goals, practical mastery that will teach you how to master anything. The laws of human nature. I have a book club for the laws of human nature with over 4 hours of content, right? The transformational seminar in a pocket, which is my mindfulness seminar, and the Chase audiobook. This originally is $1,800, but you get it starting at $97, ladies and gentlemen, right? $97. We have different packages, but all of this starts at $97. And you know what? You can check it out for free if you want. Yeah, for all the freeloaders, I have free videos just for you. Free videos, all right? So you could just check it out for free and then you could get out. Nothing wrong with that, all right? So, and on top of that, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. That's right. No questions asked. I don't mind. I just want you guys to check it out because I know when you take one look, you're going to want to buy it. I can promise you. Just like my other course, the psychological game of attraction, it was a hit. You're gonna love this one. This one is not about manipulation. This is genuine natural chemistry. Order it now. All right. I'll see you guys inside. Peace out.